Hi friends, welcome to ezAppz, an easy way to develop a web application.
You can develop any application in just few minutes using the ezAppz platform. This video going to explain how to develop a web application in just few minutes. Please watch the video fully.
This platform uses an accounting and inventory web application as a base. Any module such as training institution, supermarket, warehouse, godown management, jewelry, LPG distributor, water can distributors, manufacturer unit, hotel, restaurant, or any other module can be plugged in and customized as per the requirement. Now we are going to take training institution as an example and create a plugin. Look at the following application. It's a full-fledged accounting and inventory application. Now we are going to see how to add the student registration module into the existing application. So that's the beauty of the ezAppz application. So let us go in detail. Now whatever shown in the screen is just a form template. So the form template is the base of the form. The whole accounting and inventory application was developed in the same form template, and similarly the new customization also will be done in the same template. Okay, the form is divided into panel 1, panel 2, likewise up to panel 20. Each panel can have 3 objects across, and likewise any number of objects can be added in each panel. Here the objects means the text boxes, label, buttons, all these things are called as objects. So that is how the form design is taken care.
This is an Excel format which will be shared with you during your development period. Here, the panels and the objects names are listed based on the format in which our design has to be. In the previous slide, we have seen the panels in the horizontal way, whereas here it is been listed in the vertical order to make it more easily understandable. So let us use the link and open the link with the credentials given. You have to just log in with the credential and start accessing it. Everything will be set right by the admin. That's a specialty of this particular platform. So I'll go into the project list. Now I'm going to create a new project, GStudent. Okay, so this is for student registration. That's it. So I'm going to save it and we'll go ahead with the, okay, that's it. Once the project initial is created, see, generally we call this as a project initial and a project description. If both are created, we can directly go to the new table. So new table, we have to create the table name and whatever the necessary information, I'm just going to feed in. So then I'll go into creating the columns. So the first column I need to create is stud_id, because the student ID is very important. Every table should have a unique ID column. That would be the ID column. So that has to be, that let it be integer. And I'm going to define the length as 10. Okay. Then column description as student ID. Okay. Then we need to make the unique ID as primary key. That is very important because this is going to be primary key and this is going to be the key factor of the whole table. So that we need to register. Then you carry on adding new columns, extra columns. So one after the other, from the Excel, we will feed all the details here. So let me copy from the Excel. Student name, that is basically string. I can have like 100. Okay. So all the necessary columns has been added. Now I need to come down, save. So that's it. So table structure is created. Now we are going to create the form. I need to open the same Excel. See, instead of in the previous stage, we were accessing to the object sheet. Now I'm accessing to the form to JSON, this sheet. Okay. Form name. Okay. So it's going to be stud register.php. So I'm just giving a name. also same and heading also same. Include file to be created. So include file is a coding file which will be automatically created if you specify the name. So the basic forms requirement is covered. Now we need to go into the creating the text boxes, drop down and all necessary objects. Now we will add the columns one after the other. So the first one is student name as per the object. So we will create the student name. Student name is a text box. So I need to search for the text box. So that I'll put Control J text. So I select text box. It's a very simple process to add a text box. You need not worry about the coding and all. You need not worry about the HTML. Nothing is required. So let me make true. Then this is panel number 1. Panel 1. Okay. The column description is name. So the column is student name. Okay. Text 3 and order count is 1. Okay. Now done. Now what about the next column? So now I need to add the next column, next object. That is next text object. Okay. So as per that, Aadhaar number is the next text object. So, okay. So let me first copy. Okay. Then I need to change the panel also. So panel is 2. Panel is 2. Count is 5. Okay. So other number is done. Now similarly, we need to create all text boxes. So we will go to the next one, that is the date of birth. So for that I need a date object. Okay. So Control J again. I will search for date. Date picker is there. Okay. DOB. Okay. Type is 3. Now date. Okay. I'll put DOB. Now assign current date. So it should not assign current date because date of birth, it is going to be somewhere else, some 10 years or 15 years back or whatever may be. Okay. So here I'll give false. Order count and panel. Okay. So both the date done. Now the remaining things left out is only the drop down. So we'll add the drop down. Right. So that is done. Okay. So up to this is done. Now we will go to the save button. So let me expand this. Now let me complete the back button also simultaneously. So now that's it. Back button is done. Now I'll come to save button. Save to be expanded. Okay. To okay, save button. Yes. So now he is a command is there. What is the command? So add prefix to the object as for text txt. Okay. So txt. Right. And is it a primary key? No. Is it a parent key? No. And is it a decimal? No. So data type also you need to specify. So it is string. Okay, that's it. And comma has to come because we have other objects also in the pipeline to be done. So tell this one. Now this is ready. Now I'll go to the next object. So next object is date of birth. So date of birth come here. So date of birth DT should come. Okay. And this is date time. Okay. And similarly, all the object has to be created. Finally, we completed the save module. So all the columns has been updated. Now we have other things to be checked. So number one, you need to update the initial of the server. So the initial is specified here, which is our project initial, number one. And we need to update the main tag. So main tag is the student register underscore add. How do we get this one? Yes, from the project only. So here the student register underscore add is available here. So this particular row takes care of the add, and similarly this is for update or edit, and finally for delete. Okay, the other modules we'll be discussing in the future. Okay, so now we'll go back to the Excel. Okay, now student reg.php. Okay, where do we get the student reg.php? It is the name of the file which we are going to create. Okay, this already specified here in the student reg.php. Okay, so I'll go back to the save module. Okay, fine. So all things are ready for us to go ahead. So what we are going to do, the next step, we are going to create the PHP. How to do that one? Go to AU column, select this one, Control C. All the necessary configuration required for the postman will be taken care by the admin team. So you need not worry about that one. The admin team will configure all the necessary information on the postman so that you can directly click on that and start executing it. Okay, now as per that, we have a API called Gen HTML. Under that, we need to paste the JSON. Okay, done. Now we'll have to specify the PHP file name. Okay, so that part is there. So we will type student reg. This is a file name which we have defined in the Excel also. So the same file name we are specifying here. That's it. So now once this is done, we have to send so that the file will be generated. Now we will be directly executing it after that one. So let us try that one. Okay. So I'm going to send it. Okay, done. So you will be getting a message. Okay, success. So it says that particular PHP has been created. Let me try whether the PHP is created. Okay. So our sample link is here. I'm going to check whether this student reg.php. Fine. So we are getting the all details here, whatever specified. So I'm going to give a fresh data here. So let us make a sample entry, Mr. Kumar. So once all data has been entered, now we can save, click save. So student registration added. Okay. So now let me check whether the data is added here. So we will go to the MySQL. So finally we got the data entered there in the database. So the full venture is completed. Okay. Successfully created a web application. So what is next? The platform is useful for those who want to create a web application on their own. For that, you have to register in the below link, http://samip25.co.in ezAppz. Once registered, we will share you step-by-step video so that you can develop a web application by yourself. The next video is about creating an auto post of journals once student registration is completed. This is going to be a very amazing video. Just don't miss it. To follow us, please subscribe and register.